starting in 2024, we have Dongfeng Li. Dongfeng Li is an artist who I just think is amazing. He has been in several of our national shows. I believe last year he took second place in our national show with the painting that's down on the right hand picture. The one that's in the top of the screen was he did one very similar to that a couple years ago in our national show, and I believe he took the gold medal with the painting that was very similar. It was called Ghost, and it was a grandmother type of image ghosted behind her daughter. And he's very talented. He does just incredible portrait work as well as landscape work. And the other interesting thing, we were just talking about Juanita's skills with Yupo. Dongfeng Li is also very skilled with Yupo. The picture of the gentleman down here in the lower right-hand corner, that is Yupo. That was done on Yupo. So in our workshop, he's going to be exploring both traditional watercolor paper, and he's dedicating one day of the 4-day workshop to Yupo. The workshop dates are January 19th through the 22nd, so that's coming up quick. So if that's a workshop that you're interested, don't wait too long. I would get registered for that one quickly. Following Dongfeng Li, and that's a workshop that is in person. It'll be held at our Danville Ranch Community Center, and it'll be a 4-day workshop. And again, we're really looking forward to that one. Our first Zoom workshop is with Andy Evansen. Andy's always real popular with CWA. We have had him twice now. Both times we sold out quickly, and one time we were able to add a third workshop from the people that were on the wait list, and we filled that one. So this is again, Andy is exciting. The fact that we're doing it virtually is also exciting. We may have the opportunity to add a second workshop, but I wouldn't wait and hope on that. But again, this is one coming up in February. It's February 7th through the 9th. So if you're interested in Andy's work, or you've taken his workshop before and wanted to do it again, this is definitely something you should look at and sign up soon. Following Andy, we have our third workshop that's also going to be a Zoom workshop, and that's Michael Holter. Michael Holter also has been a very popular artist with CWA. We always sell his workshops out. It'll be, again, a Zoom workshop, April 24th through the 26th. That's 3 days. He'll be doing landscapes and cityscapes. And so Michael is just a wonderful artist. He just got accepted to the American Watercolor Society. And I know every time I see his work, he's constantly reinventing what he's doing. And again, he's just a very exciting artist. Following Michael, we have our very first.
Excuse me, Joe. Is that going to be in person or virtual?
Michael Holter is going to be virtual. So the first workshop's in person. The next two are going to be virtual workshops. Carolyn Lord's workshop is going to be a plein air workshop. We have never done a plein air workshop. It's something I've always wanted to do. I had a lot of good conversations with Carolyn about how we might go about it and how many people could we get into the class, and where would we want to do it. We're going to do this at the East Bay Regional Park Botanical Garden. That's up in the hills, the Berkeley Hills. And it's not the Berkeley Botanical Garden. This is the East Bay Regional Park Botanical Garden. And one of the things that I think is unique, especially if you've never done plein air painting, Carolyn has a unique way of simplifying shapes. And I think that's really good for a beginner doing plein air work. It kind of solves some of the problems you have of trying to figure out what to draw and how to frame what you're seeing into a smaller format. And the fact then that you can, she's going to teach us how to simplify the object, I think will be really, really helpful and important for getting started in plein air work. Or if you're an experienced plein air artist, this may be a little different than you've done before. So we're really excited about it. I know Carolyn is really excited about this workshop. It'll be May 17th through the 19th. So the botanical garden should be in pretty good bloom by then. So there's going to be lots of opportunities to move around into that park and look for different things to paint. So again, we're really excited about that workshop. And then following Carolyn is another workshop. I'm excited about all the workshops in 2024. Bethanie, I met, she took one of our workshops about a year and a half ago. And as we were doing the workshop, I found out that she writes and illustrates children's books. And we got to talking, and I said, you know, we've never done anything like a artist talking about developing characters, developing backgrounds, and developing storylines with watercolor. And would that be something you'd be interested in teaching? And she said, sure, I'd love to do that. And I went to her website, and some of these images are things from her website. She has a couple pages where she shows character development of like a raccoon with lots of different poses and stuff. And again, I think it should be a really exciting workshop. I don't know anybody that I've ever met that is a beginner or intermediate watercolor artist that hasn't said and look through a children's book that's been illustrated with watercolor and said, boy, I'd really like to try that. So this is your opportunity to definitely understand how it works, how you would develop characters, how you develop backgrounds, and then fit the characters into those backgrounds. And then she's also going to talk a little bit about creating a storyline. And she actually writes, paints, and publishes her own books. So I'm sure we'll touch on all of those things. It's going to be a 2-day workshop, and it's going to be a weekend workshop. So it is September 28th and 29th, and it's in person. It'll be at the Danville Ranch House. And I think it's going to be really unique and a lot of fun. And then our last workshop of the year will be Dale Latinen. Dale did a demo for us last year that has become one of our highest viewed demos on our YouTube channel. Dale, the unique thing about Dale is he paints with big brushes. I mean, I'm talking about 2 to 4 inch wide brushes, and he does the majority, if not all of the work in his paintings using wide brushes. The rocks that you see in the lower picture, I'm sure he painted those with 1 or 2 strokes using his large brushes. And the landscape in the top right, again, I can see his large brushwork just by looking at the strokes in that painting. So if you would like to learn how to paint that way and also understand Dale's unique approach to composition and color, it's definitely a workshop that you'll want to take. It will be an in-person workshop. It's going to be 4 days, October 20th through the 23rd. One of the interesting things about Dale is he's kind of the guy that got me very, very interested in doing and learning watercolor. I was up in Tahoe at the Hyatt Hotel over in Incline Village, and there was a bunch of paintings on the wall and the lobbies and some of the spaces around the giant lobby that they have. And I fell in love with the paintings. I took several photos, and at that time I had no idea who Dale Latinen was. And I also at that time did not know that I was going to fall in love with watercolor and watercolor painting. It turned out that those were all Dale's paintings at the hotel. So I'm really excited about having him with us. And I know this is also going to be another workshop that sells out quickly. It's not until October, again, October 20th through the 24th. But I do think as we approach the 6 months out or 5 months out, it'll probably be sold out. So if that's something you're interested in, I definitely would take a look at that. I already know that we've got 3 signups when we posted the workshop web pages last month, and 1 was for Bethany, and 2 of them have been for Dale. So I do think that that's going to fill up quickly. So that's what all I have for you. I appreciate everybody's attention. Starting next month, we'll start doing a deeper dive into the individual artists. I'll try to show you some clips maybe of their work and their style, and we'll do that each month with a different artist. So thank you.